I'm sorry, ladies, of all you all that thought I was the perfect man. What's up, guys? How you doing? I'm Paul.
I'm Morgan.
And this is the Paul and Morgan, the Paul and Morgan Show. So today's video is answering your assumptions about our marriage. Last week we did an assumptions video about our dating, and we felt like it went so well that we wanted to carry this on to our marriage.
Why not put us through more pain and suffering?
No, there is a lot of really awesome, encouraging assumptions, and then we gave you guys permission to write assumptions that might not be so beautiful, lovey-dovey. And we got some of those last time, and it made for a good video.
Before we get into the video, make sure you guys subscribe and turn on that notification bell, because we make Christian videos on life, love, and dating to help you have hope
and be free. Here we go, our first assumption. This is a good one, just kind of a general good starting point. I assume it has been easier than you thought or were told it would be. What do you think, Morgan?
Wrong. Marriage is hard, and we knew that it was going to be hard, but you don't really get it
until you're in the thick of it. It presses you in so many ways.
So yeah, it was harder than I thought.
But am I a better man because of it? I'm gonna say yes, I am.
Oh, was I supposed to answer that?
Yep, and you're a better woman.
Yes.
I assume Morgan is secretly in charge. That's a good question. We were talking with a friend the other day about just how since the fall of man, Eve eating the fruit, then Adam eating the fruit, there's been this dichotomy of the husband, the man, desires sexual intimacy and the woman desires power. It's not uncommon for a woman, a wife, to desire to lead, to desire power. But then you look at the Word of God and the way that God has instituted things. There is a way that God has set it up and designed. That is to say, Morgan, like so many other women, sometimes resists.
Resist!
Morgan, I'm going to let you speak for yourself here.
Thank you, Master.
You're welcome. Morgan, are you secretly in charge, okay? I said my piece. Yeah, could I have said more? Are you secretly in charge?
Like Paul said, yeah, women want power. We want to lead, especially if we're good leaders. And I would say that I am a good leader.
That's a good point.
I have a leader complex. I think that was absolutely given to me by the Lord. But he didn't give that to me so that I could rule over my husband. He gave it to me so that I could be a godly woman and an example.
And rule over squishy.
Yes. An example to other women and young girls and be a leader to those young women and girls. And I don't want to be the leader in our marriage, and Paul knows that. And he knows that there are times when I struggle, when I think, okay, I absolutely know the answer to this and we need to go my way. And I will fight with Paul of no, we need to do it my way.
Morgan, guys, Morgan is amazing, and she is living a life submitted to the Lord, which allows, if we're getting into it and it's something that I feel like I need to bring up, I'll bring it up and she'll hear me. She'll hear my heart. She'll take things before the Lord. And yeah, we've had to work through stuff in regards to that. We're figuring it out, but we're on the right track.
Yeah, and in the end, I need to make sure that I am following my calling of what the Lord has called me to do as a woman, and that is submit to my husband. And even, it doesn't say submit to your husband only if he's great, is super perfect, communicates really well with you, blah, blah, blah.
That's just an added bonus for Morgan. Booyah!
Here's the thing. I found a man that I know has a heart for the Lord, and that I know is going to go to God and other godly people for advice and wisdom and how to lead me and how to lead our family unit. And if I had found a guy and recognized okay, he's not going to the Lord, it would have been that much harder for me to submit.
Guys, that's why it's so important to find a godly man who is humble before the Lord, who has other people in his life speaking into him.
So I knew that Paul was going to do his part, and I knew that, okay, if my husband is doing his part for most of the time because he's not perfect and there are times when he fails. There are times when Paul does not get it right, and that is a time for me. I get to choose, like, am I gonna honor the Lord and continue to submit to my husband, or am I gonna be a butthead and choose to rebel against my husband, against God, because, well, Paul didn't do the right thing, so I don't need to do the right thing either. Like,
big question. I mean, that's huge, and I think if you asked any married couple, they would have some interesting stuff to say on this topic. And could we talk more about the roles of a husband and wife, what leadership looks like? Can the wife have any leadership? Like, there's a lot to be said there. There's a lot of biblical study you can do, a lot of counsel that you can get. We'll save that for another time, but it's a good question.
We've talked about this in the past. You all know that we believe, like, women can still lead in certain ways. It just maybe looks different than what the world would look at it like.
I assume you guys are pregnant or trying.
Surprise! No.
No, we're not pregnant currently.
Not yet. I don't know. Maybe I am.
Who knows? She could be. Are we gonna make Morgan just crazy elaborate reveal video when we check the pregnancy test and it says that you're pregnant?
Let me just say, it'll be like nothing you've ever seen before.
So it will easily top/one up any other YouTube
Absolutely.
videos you've seen on the topic of pregnancy.
Yes. I assume y'all randomly bust out in song frequently.
Oh, please. One day more!
One day more!
Another day, another destiny. I think the answer to that is yes. There's a lot of singing, as you guys probably expected, in our house, whether it's Morgan or I or Michael.
Or Paul and Michael screaming at the freaking top of their lungs.
It's probably the most common.
I assume Morgan laughs at every single joke Paul has and will ever make.
Okay, so get this, you guys. Pretty early on in our like relationship, dating and stuff, I was like, man, she laughs a lot. And she laughs a lot at me. And like, am I funny? It depends who you ask. But when I'm around Morgan, I feel like the funniest person in the world. So that to say, yes, Morgan laughs at almost everything that I say, especially when I'm trying to be funny, and it gives me more confidence to be myself. So that's a blessing. So I would just encourage you guys, you don't need to find and marry someone who like has exactly your sense of humor, is exactly as funny as you, but it helps if you marry someone who thinks you're funny. And we've been married 3 years, Morgan. Do you still feel like...
Oh yeah, I still think he's the funniest person ever.
Oh, so sweet.
Do you find me funny?
That's an interesting question. Yes, I do, but I guess in that regard, like, I don't laugh at you near as much as you laugh at me.
He does not, and it hurts my feelings.
Does it though, really? Because I do laugh at you sometimes, and when you get a laugh out of me, I think like you feel like you've earned it.
Oh, okay.
Like this was golden material.
That's true, actually. Yeah, I'm like, oh wow, I'm being really funny right now.
See, and that just makes her even more like.
I just really find things funny, okay?
Yeah, I mean, she just laughs more than I do in general.
Yeah. I assume Morgan cooks and Paul does laundry. Wrong! I do both.
I knew you were gonna say that. Yes, she does happen to do both of those. Okay? Okay, you happy?
But Paul does all the trash and he does the dishes. And I don't like either of those things, so.
There you go.
Okay, I assume...
Just give us a good one.
...that there is little to no sex life.
To answer that question, that's not true. We do not have little to no sex life.
We're trying to make a baby, hello?
Maybe does one of us initiate more than the other more of the time? Perhaps, and I think that's like the normal in marriage. And, you know, maybe 1 month is a little heavier one person and so forth. But no, I like our sex life. I think that it's going to continue to get better because, I mean, even though we've been married 3 years now, like that's still pretty young. And sex is one of those things that like, it continues to develop. You continue to get to know that person and know what they like and start implementing more of those things. But there's a lot that goes into it. But I like our sex life. Morgan?
I like it too. I assume you like to have date nights?
Yeah, we do like date nights. We do. Morgan really likes date nights.
Yeah. I like thoughtful date nights. Like, even if it's just a stay-at-home date night, but like we do a little picnic on the floor, or build a tent and watch a fun movie, or we bake cookies, or like just whatever, something to make it a little extra special that like we don't do on a daily night or whatever.
I really do make an effort because it's not something that comes easy or natural to me to just plan like creative date nights. I'm sorry, ladies, that all that thought I was the perfect man. I'm not very great at creative, romantic, datey stuff.
It's true.
But I am trying, so even if it's not like real, flashy, and elaborate, I do try. I appreciate you ladies who say you're looking for a Paul. I do. It means a lot to me. All right, guys, comment below. Let us know what you thought of this video and if there's any other assumptions about our marriage that you have. Also, comment below if there's another assumptions video that you'd like to see us make, like answering assumptions about so-and-so. I really enjoy these assumption videos.
Yeah, they're fun.
Guys, if you enjoyed this assumptions video, give it a thumbs up and let's see if we can get it to 800 thumbs up. And guys, our patron of the week is Beth E. Thank you, Beth. We appreciate you. You're awesome. Have a wonderful week.
Squishy loves you.
All right, guys, you all have a wonderful rest of your day. You all rule. Thanks for watching. Have hope.
And be free. Squishy, say goodbye, bye, bye. Bye, bye, bye. Bye, bye, bye.
800 thumbs up.